Now this video will be on some Hopewell items here. This is the famous sight mound here. This is part of a ceremonial wall here. And they said the house here, they originally thought this was a house, a habitation, but now they believe it was some kind of a ceremonial type house where ceremonies were performed in regard to the complex here. So they don't really think it was like a habitation per se, but more like a church or a grotto type thing would be. Let's say those are all the stakes there. It's more like a chapel, you know, an Indian equivalent of a chapel. There's the famous sight mound there. Earlier there was a picture of the entire complex, what it looked like at one time. Now a lot of it has been leveled off for the due to, you know, erosion and farming, things like that, souvenir hunters. So this is now owned by the National Park Service. But when this was taken, you see notice the hills in the background. There's the foothills of the Appalachians. They believe that's one of the reasons this ceremonial complex was in this area, was because of these hills here, you know, small mountainous region, you know, that was sacred to this culture here. So that's why they built there. And once again, this is the sight mound itself up near the top of it. Here is a picture from the top of the sight mound. You can see there's a path that goes clear to the top. Now you're not supposed to walk up here anymore, but for present I'm up here. That's a little pavilion there by the Archaeological Service. This is the sight mound complex here. Once again, the mound there, you see the path going to the top there. This is one of the larger earthworks complexes. Now here I'm at Mound City here. There you can see the ceremonial wall. Now in that enclosure there was a really excellent exhibit about the mica sheets that they found in that tomb there. Now it's not there anymore, but there was a large cache of round mica type sheets, and they were somehow tied up with the, you know, earth renewal ceremonies. And you could go in and browse at it, but you can't anymore because it's they have considered it to be, you know, intrusive of another culture. So they, out of consideration, there's a borrow pit there. Well, out of consideration, they closed that up. Now I'm going to show you shortly here the famous skeleton mound, which, as well as the skeleton shaman thing there, it's no longer there. Here you go, the death mask, and you can pause this here. This sign here is no longer here because they're not sure about how this mask. They found bits of a skull, and they made an artist's configuration of how they think it may have been used in this ceremony, but they don't know. But like I said, if you know anything about Tibetan Buddhism, they use body parts, skulls, things like that in a lot of their ceremonies. So, and supposedly the American Indians here are related to those cultures. There's the large elliptical mound next to it, where there was a number of. Once again, I'm going back to the death mask here, and you can put this on pause. Like I said, this is no longer here. The sign there is no longer there. It was taken out years ago. There's a charnel house there. I'll pan across here to the elliptical mound there, where there was a large fire pits were found. There's the skeleton shaman there, amongst other things. And here's the famous mound where they found all the pipes that you've seen on this channel. There's another video that has the pipe cache that they found.